This is the book of Mark, chapter 13, verse 7. And when ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars, be ye not troubled, for things must needs be, but the end shall not be yet. Mark 13 and 8. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom. And there shall be earthquakes in diverse places, and there shall be famines and troubles. These are the beginning of sorrows. Shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai Ba'ashem, Wakakadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, preaching the word truthfully and sincerely. Shalom to the Akim, scattered through the four corners of the globe, preaching the word truthfully and sincerely. And shalom to the Akim that be like unto the speckled bird, preaching the word truthfully and sincerely. I say shalom to your Akim out there. And this is a sit-down lesson for in the news of the scripture that I just brought out. I'm about to bring out two news articles for in the news on October the 2nd, 2022, on this Sunday afternoon at 2:09 p.m. Central Standard Time. And the highlight of this news article, and it reads from the Jerusalem Post: Turkey strikes 23 PKK members in northern Iraq. An air raid. It says the Turkey struck 22 members of the banned Kurdistan Workers' Party, the PKK, in an air raid of some 140 kilometers, 90 miles into northern Iraq. In Defiance, ministry said on Sunday. It says all the groups have been neutralized, with particularly being killed. And it says Turkey regularly carry out crossing border airstrikes, often with armed drones in neighboring Iraq as part of its offense against the PKK militants based there. On Thursday, the defense minister Hulusi Akar said the military has hit 16 targets in air raids that week in the same ASOS region deep in the Iraqi territory. It says the PKK launched an insurgence against the Turkey state in 1984. More than 40,000 people have been killed in the unusual conflict. The PKK is regarded as a terrorist group by the Turkey, the United States, and the European Union. And this is another news article. Iran launches rockets artillery strikes on Iraqi Kurds. Iraqi Kurds were targeted with a rocket artillery strike by the Iranian Islamic Revolutionary Corps on Sunday morning. Tasnim reported the attack followed a series of strikes on Iraqi Kurdish sites with more than 73 ballistic missiles and drones of suicide drones. So yeah, hey, this nation shall rise against nations and kingdom against kingdoms are definitely increasing, you know. not just one place. It could be other places around the world as well too, because you've been seeing it increasingly more and more and more, because as I mentioned before, you have Turkey with their operation over there in Iraq and Syria as well too. And these two different nations, they've definitely been anteing up their attacks against one another, and along with the protests as well too. The clashes between the nations and that sedition among man's spirit as well too. So hey, these things are definitely going to increase with the nations against nations and kingdom against kingdoms. It's starting to be increased now more than ever. Because at first it was at a normal state of the nations going against one another. It was at a normal state. Now it's starting to increase at a faster increasing pace of the nations going at it with one another now more than ever. So with that, this was just a quick sit down lesson. It's October the 2nd, 2022 at 2:13 p.m. Central Standard Time on this Sunday afternoon. As I mentioned before, the nations in the different kingdoms, it's increasing more and more, and expect to see it be more frequently on an everyday basis as we hear these things in the news on an everyday basis as well too, especially hearing it on alternative news, because you're not going to hear it on regular news like that. So you're going to hear from these alternative news websites and articles and different things like that. So yeah, the nations against nations, kingdom against kingdoms is definitely going to increase, and wars and rumors of wars is going to increase now more than ever as well too. And as I mentioned previously in my videos, I did similar lessons in regards to the nations against nations and kingdom against kingdoms, and wars and rumors of wars as well too, because you're going to have rumors of wars is being 100% rumor, sometimes might not be 100% fully true. Then you're going to have the wars and rumors of wars between the nations of different kingdoms going to increase as well too. It's going to become, the rumor of war is going to become the actual reality of it's happening, and that's what we're seeing. You're seeing it increase more and more. And so with that, I hope this was edifying. And I would like to give all praises and glory and honor too to Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai Ba'Shem, Karkadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles, the great millstone, preaching his word truthfully and sincerely. And shalom to the Akim, scattered through the four corners of the globe, preaching the word truthfully and sincerely. And shalom to the Akim, that be like unto the speckled bird, preaching the word truthfully and sincerely. And until next time, I will say shalom and a ball.